All right, I found something in the New International Version, the Zonder Van Bible. I found something in Matthew, Matthew 18, and you can start at 10. If you look at Matthew 18:10 in the Zondervan New International Version Bible, you will see it jump from 10 to 12. Now this is not just a typo in my book. I'm gonna see if y'all can see it. Where we at? I doubt if y'all can see it. It's where my finger at. 18, 10 to 12. There's no 11. There's no 11. And I read in the Hebrew, the 1611 King James Version, which is if I'm not mistaken, the first translation into English from the Hebrew. It says in verse 11, which is not in the Zondervan Bible, which is everybody using, that doesn't have Matthew 10:11, but it has Matthew 10 and then jumps to 12. It talks about it says in the 1611 King James version, you can go online and check it out. It says that he will come and save those who are lost. And if you think about it, only people that are lost is us. Because if you ask everybody to leave the country, everybody will go to, everybody will leave. Everybody have a place to go except us. We would be the only people in this land. And you can't say white people are from here, because before they came over, Christopher Columbus, the Indians was here. And the Indians not even from here. There's nobody from America. Now, people might say we're from Africa, but if you ask your great grandparent, or just try to do some research if you can. If you was to ask them, they would tell you. If you ask your grandfather or something, you ask him, where are you from? He might say Tennessee or Texas or something. If you research it, you will find out that we don't have a place, and we're not Africans. Do we look like Africans? You know what Africans do? In the Bible it say do not have idols, and Africa is the biggest place full of idols. You see the stuff they do to their bodies, with the loops in the ears and all that crazy stuff. We're not Africans. I don't even look like an African. Anyways, everybody have a place to go except us. This place is full of people from all over the world. But if they say everybody leave America right now, we would be the only people here, because we wouldn't have no place to go. We think we from here. Of course, the slave ships and whatnot. But if you go back and research from when we were brung over in the slave ships and try to figure out where were we before then, you will see we didn't. If you do the research according to the Bible, because in the Bible it talks about people going into slave ships, and we're the only people who went into slave ships. But anyways, if you do the research, you will see we didn't even start in Africa. We came down from Jerusalem into Africa, but that's a whole nother story. I was just bringing this point out that Matthew 18:11 is not in the Zondervan. I'm gonna try to show you again. It jumps from 10 right there to 12. And there was another case on one of my other videos when I was talking about this racist billboard. A guy had posted up about the Bible saying if a man is caught raping a woman, he has to marry her. And that is in Deuteronomy 22 22:28. And it says, if a man happens to meet a virgin who is not pledged to be married and rapes her, and they are discovered, he shall pay the father 50 scales, I don't know how to pronounce that word, of silver. He must marry the girl, for he has violated her, and he can never divorce her as long as they live. In this version, in the Zondervan, it said if a man meets a virgin who is not pledged to be married and rapes her, and they are discovered, he must marry her. And if you think about it, that is horrible. But in the 1611, like I say, that is the version, that is the Bible that was translated from the Hebrew, the original text. It doesn't talk about rape, it talks about casual sex. It says in that one, if y'all are caught basically having sex, not rape, this is both consensual, they both consented to it, and if y'all caught, then you must marry her, because it's a sin to be lustful. And so this is totally wrong. It misrepresents everything. So that's why people like, oh, the Bible's full of contradictions. Yeah, because they just writing with it. They taking verses and just doing what they want with them. Stay away from this if you can. Like, I mean, I'll tell you, I was reading it for a while, but I was able to, going online and ciphering out this and that. Like in Songs of Songs, let me show you another one. Songs of Songs talk about people having dreadlocks. Locks. Okay. And Songs of Songs 5:11, it says in the Zondervan, his head is pure as gold, his hair is wavy and black as a raven. When you hear wavy, you don't put yourself in that spot. Well, some people would who got low cuts, but you don't put yourself in that spot. But yeah, in the 1611, it talks about, it say people having locks black as a raven. I got locks, and they dark. They short locks, but they locks. Yeah, so just bringing out some stuff that in Matthew 18. Matthew 18:11 is not even in the Bible. I'm gonna tell you what Matthew 10 say. It says, see, Matthew 10 says, see that you do not look down on these little ones, for I tell you that there are angels in the heavens, and angels in heaven always see the face of my Father in heaven. And then it just jumps to 12. And 11 says, in the King James 11 version, 16:11, it says, and he will come and save those who are lost. We the only people that seem to be lost. I mean, if you don't think so, leave me a message or whatever. But yeah, we lost people. We are completely lost. Everybody else has a way but us. Everybody. And on another note, like when people come over to this country, we the only people dragged over here. First of all, everybody else come over here willingly, and then they come over here, and then they get stores, they get all types of supermarkets, gas stations. What do we get? We built this country, free labor, for years. And what do we got? If it wasn't for them dragging us over here, making us work for free, what would this country be? And before they dragged us over here, they came over here for the Indians and killed them out the way, and then dragged us over here and then made us slave. But we don't get nothing. I call that being lost. Where can we go if we was to leave here? If America caught on fire and everybody was going home, where would we go? You go to Africa, you will be lost still. Because we lost. Like I say, look at it yourself. The Zondervan Bible, New International Version, Matthew 18:11 is not in the Bible. And he took it out for a reason. Because he said he's coming to save only the people that are lost. Only people who can't find their way. We don't people can't find their way. We don't know where to go. We try everything to stay on top, to get above. There's nothing we can do. But yeah, the Zondervan Bible, hogwash. I keep showing it because I don't want people. Look, yeah, check it out. Get back to me. It's funny how they taking stuff out of the Bible and rephrasing it. It's hard to really even. If you reading out this Bible, it's full of people say contradictions because they rewording stuff. This Bible was just written in 1973. I think. Yeah, 1973. Go online, 1611 King James Version. And leave me a message if you find anything else, because this is a huge Bible and it's full of stuff that they did. But yeah, I seen that through another person though. I didn't even catch that one, but I did catch the one in Deuteronomy 22:28, where it talks about rape and then you gotta marry her. But in the original it says just casual sex. If y'all just having sex, being lustful, then you have to marry her if y'all caught, because it's sinful. So that will be your wife forever. Think about it. If the first person you had sex with, and y'all was caught, and y'all had to stay together forever, if that was going on still, I mean, it's still going on now, but everybody say the law's done away with and whatever. That's another story too. But if that was the case, if everybody stuck hold to the commandments, a lot of people wouldn't be having sex, just doing it. But yeah, check it out. Let me know what you think. I seen it. It was crazy. There's a lot of crazy stuff in this Bible. But yeah, I guess it's part 1. I might do a part 2 if I find some more stuff. So, all right, check it out. Let me know what you think.